We're here at Mid-America Truck Show, Louisville, Kentucky, 2023. And as always, you know, we always find some good guests at this show to promote their product, their services. And I always like to do that because, as you guys know, and I know you get tired of hearing this, but I always try to find information that's beneficial to Oakley owner-operators. And I really want that so you can be successful. And there's so many things out there that can help you be successful. We just like to do our best to find those products or services for you. So today, I found National Association of Independent Truckers group, and I found Miss Mona Bremeyer to sit down with me. How you doing, Mona?
Doing real good, and I sure appreciate the invite. Love being here, and
isn't this a great environment?
It really is.
I mean,
love it.
I just love it too. You just get excited when you see all these people and they're coming by. And of course, we're recording this thing right out here in the middle of the show floor.
Right, and that's exactly where we need to be. And it's fun to be able to watch all these drivers, and it's like a kid in a candy store. I mean, it's like, oh, hey, I need this for my truck. I need that for my truck.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
And then they bring out their families. I mean, this is like a family
wagons
outing.
Wagons. They got to get their goodies and everything.
Oh, they're all about, a lot of people are all about goodies here.
Yep, all the logo stuff.
Do y'all have a booth here?
We usually do. This is the first year that we haven't exhibited, but usually we always exhibit.
You do.
Yeah.
So y'all come every year, though.
We do. Yep. We come every year.
Yeah.
Always here. So.
Arrow Truck Sales has been in business for over 60 years and a longtime partner of Oakley Trucking and the Oakley Podcast. Trey Visor and Keith Wilson do a great job at putting you in the right truck to fit your needs and our needs here at Oakley. They carry all makes and models to choose from with on-site financing through transport funding. So whether you are a seasoned owner-operator or a first-time buyer, be sure to contact Keith Wilson at Arrow Truck Sales at 573-216-6047 and tell him you heard it on the Oakley Podcast. Let's, always got our listeners to tell a little bit about themselves, just so, you can associate with, hey, she's a real person. She lives like we do. I understand. So tell us a little bit about Mona.
Well, actually, I am a person that never meets a stranger. I like to visit with people, especially our drivers, and just very passionate about life and enjoys everybody's journey, what they do, and that kind of thing. And
where are you from?
I'm from Platte City, Missouri, which is it's in Kansas City in the up north, right by the airport. And we just got a brand new airport was built, and it is beautiful.
That's neat.
So kind of out in the country, north part of Kansas City. And
family?
Yep. I have a husband, and we have been married 37 years last month.
Wow.
Yeah. And
you must have got married when you were like 8.
I was 20. I was young. Yeah. And we have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. And our youngest is Scott, and then Keith is our oldest son, and then Ashley, and Keith and Ashley are twins.
Oh, well, congratulations. That's neat.
Thank you. Yep. They were born on Valentine's Day 32 years ago. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So then I have a wonderful son-in-law that's married, of course, to Ashley, and 2 beautiful granddaughters. Clara is 6 and Kinley is 3.
Oh, that makes. Do they all live around you there? Or?
Yep, they do.
Good.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're only maybe 4 blocks from our granddaughters, from Ashley and Mark, and it's just, they come to Mimi and Papa's house, and it's cookies and little muffins and whatever they want.
All the time. I used to go to my grandma's house, and it was cabinet full of Little Debbie's, and that's
Oh,
potato chips.
yes.
I grew up on
Yes.
potato chips and Little Debbie's. There's
Right.
no doubt.
Me too. Yep. And you always knew where to go.
Yep. What about you do in your spare time? You and your husband, or you got interesting hobbies?
Yes. My husband loves to work out in the yard. He likes to plant a garden, landscaping. I enjoy planting flowers in big outdoor pots and love doing flowers and gardening. But I'll tell you, one of my biggest passions is I enjoy baking. And I have done several events for our office in Kansas City. I do different cakes, homemade things, and then jar desserts. So that's my biggest passion.
Fun.
Yes, I'll get in the kitchen, and a stress relief for me is to bake some good stuff, turn on some soft music, light a candle, have some wine, and go for it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's good. You
Yeah.
you enjoy that too.
I do. Yes.
I get it.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I know you also have a passion about taking care of truck drivers.
yes, I sure do.
How did that come about? I mean, is it at a young age? Is it something you've worked into? How did you come about wanting to provide stuff? And we'll get into what actually
Sure.
NAIT does, but for our owner operators. But how did that even come about, Mona?
Well, I'll tell you, even as a very young age, I come from a family of truck drivers. My brother, he is a retired owner-operator. He hauled for Schneider. And then my grandfather, he drove for Associated Groceries there in Kansas City. I had 3 uncles that were truck drivers. I have 2 nephews that are currently truck drivers.
Oh, well, yeah, you're all
And
in
so I've
this.
always, yes, and I've learned a lot about, an 18-wheeler and shifting and brakes, and heard a lot of good stories.
There's a lot of that lingo going on at Thanksgiving, isn't there?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. We'll have some laughs like you wouldn't believe.
I can imagine all them getting together for Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So you've grown up
So
in it.
I've grown up in it, and I just have enjoyed, any aspect of a driver, because I know that it's not an easy job. And, I know that firsthand by my own family, but yet they love it, and it's their passion, and they wouldn't do anything different. And I started with NAIT in actually April 1st of 2000. So as of tomorrow, I'll be there 23 years.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Congratulations.
And I started in the insurance part of NAIT, and then I just moved up, and now I'm running the association.
Oh, that's great. Hey,
Mhm.
This NAIT, National Associated of Independent Truckers, is it? It seems like there's a need for that, because
Yes.
independent truck drivers out there, which is what we have at Oakley. We have independent contractors. That's all we have. But there's a lot of other guys out there that have their own business, their own authority, and they need a lot of services
Yes.
that I'm assuming NAIT provides.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of
Yes.
services does NAIT provide the independent trucker?
Well, as NAIT, we have also partnered with TransGuard General Agency, and they provide the trucking insurance, and we provide the benefits for the drivers. So NAIT and TransGuard, we go hand in hand, and TransGuard is the occupational accident coverage, non-trucking liability, physical damage.
Okay.
For the owner-operator accident,
Yep.
for the truck and himself. And then with NAIT and being a member, you get access to lots of discounts for whether it's Roadside Masters. We have just partnered with them. Our members get $100 off a year for the roadside assistance emergency breakdown service.
Oh, is that what Roadmasters is? Okay.
They do. And then, if they've lost a tire and they need a battery, or they need a tow, All they got to do is just call them, and they get discounts for all of that. And we just partnered with them, and so that's what I'm really trying to tell our members about, to make sure they know that they have that benefit.
Definitely. How many members do y'all have, Mama?
We have almost 15,000, about 14,930,
Wow.
something like that. Yeah.
Steadily growing?
Steadily growing. Yeah.
That's great.
And a lot of them come to us through our motor carrier accounts. Yeah, we have.
Where you partner with
right.
motor carriers and
Yes.
sell your services to them, I guess?
Yes.
And
Yep.
then, okay, I get you.
Exactly. Yep.
Lube Zone has opened a new location in Statesville, North Carolina. It's located north of Statesville on Highway 77, just west of Exit 59. Lube Zone services both single trucks and truck fleets, so whether you're driving through or you have a trucking company nearby, Lube Zone are the experts to turn to. Lube Zone's specialty is full-service oil changes that take approximately 30 to 40 minutes. They also offer tractor-trailer grease, gearbox service, generator service, reefer service, and DOT inspections. They also go the extra mile when it comes to quality control. What does that mean? That means your semi-truck is checked not just once, but twice to ensure all service and parts are good to go. Lube Zone does this so you can rest easy knowing that your truck is in top condition. No other service center knows semi-trucks better than Lube Zone. Check out lubezone.com for all their locations, and when you go in there, tell them you heard it on the Oakley podcast.
Our motor carriers are our customers, and then we take care of the owner-operators with benefits and insurance. And then we also have the side where some of these owner-operators, they just pay us directly. It's not through a motor carrier customer,
Okay.
or they just may want to be a member, pay $11 dues a month just to get the benefits. So
Sure.
you don't have to have insurance. Just pay the $11 a month for the monthly
You can get
dues.
benefits of all the discounts that you offer
Absolutely.
with just $11 a month.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
well worth it.
Oh yeah.
Well worth it.
I feel it is, because we give very good discounts.
How do you do that so cheap?
You know?
I don't mean
Yeah.
I don't mean to be proposing you go up, but don't
Yeah.
everybody listening. But I mean, to me, that's a
Yeah,
cheap for a good service for sure.
Yeah, we just try to keep it as low as we can. We know the drivers have a lot of other expenses, so
What's probably your most popular service that these truckers go with?
it's healthcare.
Oh, really?
It's health and wellness is what they really are looking for. We do have a fuel discount card through RTS carriers, and we offer discounts for that, and hotel. But the main thing that they're looking for is to be able to get help when they're out on the road and they're sick, and or their family. And so healthcare is the biggest thing right now that a lot of our drivers are looking for.
Can you give a little bit more detail on that, Mona? The only reason I ask that because that's a huge gap,
Right.
when it becomes an independent contractor. That's a huge gap that a lot of them don't have,
Right.
that need. And I mean, it's something we run into at Oakley because we don't offer health insurance. I mean, they're all independent
Sure.
contractors, so it is something that it weighs on them heavy when they go from a company driver and they think about, well, I want to become an owner operator. Well, here's my checklist. Well, I give up health insurance. How do I get it now that I'm independent?
Exactly.
And that is a big.
That is a big.
That weighs big, in whether I'm going to become an owner operator or not. So you offer something?
We do. We have partnered, longtime partner, over 15 years with Truckers Healthcare. And Mark Ballard is our broker agent, and he is very knowledgeable about the ACA plans, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Allstate, whatever the driver needs, their financial situation. He will give them individualized, personal quotes on what they need according to their finance, their family, whatever they're looking for. And they.
So it's not a cut and dry deal.
No.
He can find different things
Yes.
that they want. I get it.
He will search the marketplace for them. And there's been a couple of drivers that because of their situation, maybe their financial need, they don't have to pay any premium for health insurance. Mark was able to search the marketplace. So we have that portion, and he also, through Allstate, we offer a guaranteed issue life insurance policy for $100,000. So a driver doesn't have to go through the medical screening, the health screening like a lot of your life insurance policies require. It's a guaranteed issue for $100,000. And then there is the short.
Is that just for being a member?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's for
fantastic.
being a member, and it's through Allstate. And Allstate has the policy. Then we also have short-term disability through Truckers Health Care, Allstate, and they get up to $3,000 a month for an off-the-job accident.
This is something they need to pay attention to.
Yes, this is our big thing, because I am trying very hard to get the word out to our members and to any of the public out here that we offer this. And then we have on the other side too, not just health insurance, but access to the new telemedicine. So, when the driver's on the road and let's say he's got a sinus infection or he's got an infection in his eye or a cough, all he has to do is, he can get on his laptop or his phone, and you can call a doctor and look at the doctor face to face, and he can see, kind of what's going on. And let's say the driver's, maybe 1,500 miles away from home. The doctor will say, hey, I think you've got a sinus infection. Maybe I can call you in a Z-Pack and he'll say, where's the nearest, where are you located? And the driver can say, hey, I'm on 71 or whatever. And he'll say, I'm going to call you in a prescription, maybe at CVS or Walmart, and it'll be there waiting for you. And that is such a big help. And it's $10 a month for that. And then there's also, you can add to that by, we also offer 24/7 counseling and some mental health for those that just need to talk. Maybe out on the road, you're by yourself, and
that's really come to light here the
has.
last few years, hadn't it, Mona?
It has.
I mean, to be able to for people to be able to talk to somebody, because that's a big deal. I mean, mental health has been brought to the forefront here lately. It seems like, and because of bad situations mostly, but to offer that service of being able to talk to somebody, I bet it is.
Yeah.
Is that something that's 24-hour, or is that?
Yes, we have through the teledoc, the telemedicine program. We offer the 24/7 counseling, and that day or night, 24/7, every day of the year.
Wow.
Anytime. If we have a driver, maybe even their family member, that is going through a very hard time, needs somebody to talk to, he's out there driving at night and just feeling like, lost, he can call.
Yeah, well, and that's a great service to have, because we all have those times and issues and problems. Don't ever think you're one out there that you're the only one that has these kind of problems, because we all have them at some point or another and going through some things. So it's always good to talk to stuff.
Yes, it is.
NAIT, is something I hadn't heard much about it. I've heard a little bit about it off and on, but haven't heard a whole lot about it. But it seems like y'all are gaining popularity and are working to get yourself out there a little more. How are you trying to do that?
Yes, we're trying to brand awareness, and that's been our biggest hurdle is, some will say, well, I've heard of you, but, not like OIDA,
Yeah.
So right now I am doing a lot of social media, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, a little bit of TikTok videos, and then we also send a lot of things in the mail to our drivers, because a lot of drivers still enjoy just holding that pamphlet, flyer, information, and then a lot of things go out to their emails.
Yeah.
I do an email blast out to 13,000 drivers. Hey, did you know we've got this new benefit? Call me and I'll tell you all about it, or you can access it here on this link. Or
Oh, that's
yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm. So
Well, Oakley Trucking is a 100% owner-operator company. We specialize in hopper bottom, end dump, and pneumatic trailers. We provide the trailer free of charge, and you provide the truck. We have a large customer base that reaches the whole United States as well as parts of Canada. Our owner-operators live anywhere from Texas to North Carolina to Pennsylvania to Wisconsin and everywhere in between, and we get them home weekends. We take it seriously when you join Oakley Trucking because we need you to be successful. Oakley offers great benefits and competitive mileage pay, so you know that when your wheels are turning, you're generating money no matter if you're loaded or empty. We understand that you want to make a good living and that you make our living. We only take on independent contractors, and to be honest with you, we are very particular on who we lease on. You must have a good driving record, good work history, and clean, dependable truck. So if you're interested in Oakley Trucking or just want some more information, you can go to oakleytrucking.com, listen to our weekly podcast, The Oakley Podcast, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you come on the Oakley podcast, that helps get the word out.
Yes, and I sure appreciate it.
Get the word out because
Yeah.
that social media is where it's at. I
It
mean,
is.
getting it out to these. A
Yeah.
lot of drivers spend a lot of time on social media.
Yes,
I mean,
they do.
We have seen that grow with our company and this podcast, especially on YouTube and even TikTok.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Right. I was kind of hesitant about that, and and I'm like, well, I'll do a little bit on there. Yeah, but it's growing.
Yeah. So how do they get in touch with you, Mona? How does somebody, if they're interested in learning more about it or want to join, what's the
Sure.
way to do that?
They can visit our website, and that's, of course, www.naitusa.com. And they can look at our website and see a lot of our benefits. And then at the very top of the page is a bright orange button, and it says Join Now. They click on that and give us, their name and address, and they can pay the $11 dues. And then once they join, an email comes to them with their member number, my information, my email, phone number, and everything they need. And then I will also mail out either that day or the following day, they'll get a new member packet.
Now, stupid question here. Is this only for independent contractors or is this for company drivers? Do you have services for that too?
Yes, anybody, as far as NAIT benefits, anybody can join.
Okay.
They can be a company driver, they can be an independent,
Okay.
they can be a nurse, a doctor, anybody. Now, of course, with insurance, it's for our owner-operators that, own and operate their own truck. But the benefits, anyone can be a member.
Before I let you go, I want to talk a little bit about something y'all do every year that is well known, and I think maybe a lot of people don't know that you are responsible for a lot of that, and that's the Wreaths across America.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
We sponsor, every year, we sponsor Wreaths Across America, and we have for the last 6 years. And our company, IAT TransGuard, they donate $50,000 a year to Wreaths Across America for the cause. We actually have some of our household goods owner-operators that Paul Arpin, other household goods, they take a week off and they head to Maine and they get those wreaths. And that's what our $50,000 helps for, is these drivers and their fuel cost.
Oh.
We
So
want,
tell them what Wreaths Across America is,
yes,
in case they don't know.
Yes, Wreaths Across America is like Arlington every year when they deliver the wreaths to the veterans that have passed away through war, and
Okay.
so it is all your veterans that they remember, and the wreaths are made in Maine, and then they're hauled to a lot of cemeteries. Even now, they're going across the seas too.
Wow.
Yes, they've even expanded, and they involve even the kids. They like to teach their kids the what our veterans have done, the freedom that we have because of those that died for us. And so laying of the wreaths is just the acknowledgement and the thank you for those that have given their lives for us
That
as
is
Americans.
fantastic. And y'all,
Yeah.
you sponsor that
We do.
to pay the drivers fuel costs or
Yes, or whatever
and the
they.
wreaths or whatever they run into.
That's exactly right. And there may be a driver that isn't with us, doesn't have our insurance or membership, and he needs fuel, but he wants to haul. Then Wreaths Across America, Don Queenie, he is our contact. He knows who these drivers are, and they help them so they can help Wreaths Across America.
That is great. That's
Mhm.
great story that you do, and that's done every year.
It is every year. Yep, in December. And our office, our Kansas City office, a lot of us, we gather at Terrace Park Funeral Home Cemetery on December 18th. And there is a ceremony that's done by the veterans. And then we take our family and kids, and we all take some wreaths and we lay it on graves that we know are veterans, and it's a big thing. We
I bet that hits home.
it does. It sure does. My dad was actually in World War II, and he was in the Battle of the Bulge, and under General Patton.
No kidding.
Yes, and he had a lot of stories about that, lot of trauma. It's just with your veterans. So it's a good cause.
That sounds like a great cause.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think the one thing that, if I could leave anything about NAIT, is we are different. I have several drivers that come up to our booth, and they'll always say, well, how's NAIT different than another association? And I said, well, the one thing that is special about us is we work very hard to find benefits for our members that the drivers would not be able to get that kind of a discount out on their own, that they can get a much better discount, and they get individualized service, whether it's from Truckers Healthcare, from Mark, whether it's from me. It's just one person that they speak with. It's not a call center.
Yeah.
And we care. We care about the drivers, and we know, a lot of their experiences. So I think that's what I'd like to leave our listeners, is that's what's special about NAIT.
Well, I can tell just by visiting with you for a little while that, you grew up in the trucking business. You've got the heart of a teacher, and, you want to help people, and I mean, it just it oozes out of you, Mona.
Well,
it's great.
I like to talk, and I probably have talked your ear off today.
No, you're great.
But yeah,
no, you're great. I can tell you're passionate about your company.
Yes,
and about what you're trying to do to help truck drivers, and I sure appreciate it. I mean, that's what I do too. That's the way I live, is appreciating truck drivers and trying to figure out how to help them and give them, I mean, they do so much for us that I can't do.
Right, exactly. So, and because not everybody, not everybody could drive a truck. And the traffic and the bad weather and those people that cut them off, and they're hauling 45,000 pounds of weight. And, it's just, we could go on and on about, they are in danger a lot. So we appreciate and want to help them.
Last question. What's the future looking like for NAIT?
Growth. That's, growth, brand awareness, and getting the drivers benefits. Matter of fact, there's one thing I wanted to mention. I'm glad you asked me that, is I have been tasked by my boss to put together an advisory group of owner-operators that have been an owner-operator for a while. They know the business. And so I'm looking for 4 to 5 drivers, owner-operators, that can be on an advisory group because I don't always, what I think would be a good benefit and what I'm coming across, maybe that's not truly what they're looking for and what they need. So this group can help me. They can keep me appraised of what's going on in the trucking world. We know that parking is a big thing.
Yeah.
And so we're working on that, trying to help, partner with somebody who can help with parking.
That's great. I can assure you I've got 4 or 5 good ones
perfect.
at Oakley that can help you and keep you what's going on in the trucking world. They're
That
very
would be
good.
wonderful.
So, yeah. They'll probably, after they hear this, they'll probably reach out to me and say, hey, I'd like to be on that. So
Okay.
we'll try to get the word out to them.
I would love it, and I'm going to leave you with some information that you can pass on, and I'll send you an email with, digital brochures and things, and anybody, love to have them call me and talk to them.
Okay. Mona,
So-
I sure appreciate you spending time with us here at the Oakley Podcast.
Thank you. I love
As
it.
always, I appreciate you guys listening to the Oakley Podcast every week. Coming up with some good stuff here at Matt's, man. I mean, there's all kinds of good stuff here. And we'll talk to you again soon. We appreciate it.